Hey y'all, just wanted to give you a little information before we get started on today's video is on how to get the date sum before I start explaining what we're going to do for this video on how to do some rundowns. Basically what you're looking at is, for instance, for this particular video, I have November 17th, which is 11/17 for your date. What you do is you add the month to whatever the date is. In this case, you get 28. You keep only the last digit, meaning that you keep the 8. The 8, therefore, is your date sum. Now, continue watching the video and I'll explain to you how this right here works. Good luck, guys. Hey y'all, it's Magnolia Money, and I have a little bit of information for the Mississippi's Cash 3. This also could work for other states, but I'm going to use a particular number for the night of November 17th. The previous night's winnings was 198, so that's going to be our starting point for each of the rundowns. Each rundown number is going to consist at the top, like 646 rundown, 246, got the 927, 317, 369, 693, 123, and then a plus, minus, minus. Now, what you do is you take the night's winning number. In this case, for the 17th, we were looking for, or we knew that the last number at that point was 198. So you put the 198 under each one of these, and then you just add accordingly. You would add the 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 plus 7 is 13. You only keep what's in the ones position, which means you would keep the 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So you'd keep the 5. 5 and 6 is 11. You keep the 1. This is a short rundown and this is a short rundown. So once those numbers start repeating themselves, that's when you know you've completed the rundown. However, for like the 927 through the rest of these here, you'll see that the rundowns are longer. So it takes a little longer to get back to that starting point. So that's going to be something that you want to try to do. Now, the numbers that are highlighted in the orange are the date sums. This gives me a starting point on where to look at for each particular night. The date sums kind of give you a starting point. They don't always work as far as touching every single one. However, most of the time they will. Now, something that I wanted to point out with that being said, as you guys see, like on this one, you had it starting at the top and starting or here at the bottom with the date sum. So with looking at that, you see here that the number for tonight that was produced was 945. So in this case, you have 940. The 0 mirrors to a 5. Therefore, you have your number. It does touch the date sum. Same as here. You've got the 959, which would be the same as the 9, mirroring to a 4, 5, and then the 9. So they do touch. A note that I actually made that I keep up on my website, magnoliamoney.net. I post these up as soon as I can each night and or the following morning. So, with that being said, I left a little note for everybody, just a reminder. It doesn't hurt to look around the mirror numbers. So the mirror for the 8, which being is the date sum, I suggested looking around the 3s because there was a little bit of a gap in between this. So as you can see, it did also touch the 3s. Now, on this one was primarily where I was wanting to say to look for the mirrors, because like on the 927 rundown, you see it does touch here, here, but it doesn't here. That's why I said look at the mirrors for the 8, which would be a 3, and you would see that it comes right through and touches each of those. So that's another thing that you can start implementing onto your rundowns when you're doing these. Even with a 317, you see that it touches around the mirrors of the 8. It touches here, but it didn't play out down here. So, like I said, sometimes they're not going to, but if you just keep an eye out, you can start finding these patterns and start seeing where they're starting to produce the next night's numbers. Again, there they are playing around the mirror. Not only that, but it does play around the date sum. So these are just a few things that I noticed and I wanted to share with you guys. You know, you see here, it's coming around from the mirror. Right here, it plays off the mirror and from the date sum. Same as here, there's your mirror numbers, and it also plays around it. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to remember those things. And again, you guys, I have this information that I usually post nightly and or in the mornings. It does take a little bit of time to fill these things out, as well as the grids and other things that I post. But they are listed under the Cash 3 section under magnoliamoney.net. You can check it out there. Again, I appreciate y'all stopping by and viewing my video. I hope that this has helped explain a little more. You guys take care, and y'all have a blessed day.